In the heart of Nigeria's financial system stood one man, Godwin Emefiele. For nearly a decade, he presided over the central bank, shaping policies, stabilizing the naira, and managing trillions in public funds. He became both a symbol of economic reform and a powerful figure few dared to challenge. But today, Emefiele's legacy is caught in a storm of controversy. Explosive allegations have emerged. Claims of hidden offshore accounts, properties purchased through proxies, and a mysterious $18.44 billion trail that's shaking public trust to its core. How does a man, entrusted with safeguarding a nation's economy, find himself at the center of international headlines? Was this all part of a misunderstood economic strategy, or is there a much deeper financial scandal waiting to be uncovered? As investigators dig deeper and courtrooms across Nigeria heat up, the line between rumor and evidence grows ever thinner. This isn't just a story about one man's rise and fall. It's about trust in public institutions, the immense power of money, and the lives of millions of Nigerians who depend on a stable economy. What really happened inside the walls of central bank? What truths will finally come to light? And at what cost? This is the story the nation can't ignore. Before the headlines, before the scandal, Godwin Emefiele was seen as the quiet architect behind Nigeria's economic engine. Born in Delta State, Emefiele built his reputation through years of work in banking and finance. His academic journey took him through the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where he earned degrees in finance and business administration, setting the foundation for a career in banking. Emefiele joined Zenith Bank in its early days and quickly rose through the ranks, earning respect for his calm leadership and innovative thinking. By the time he became Group Managing Director, Zenith had grown into one of Nigeria's biggest financial institutions. His success at Zenith caught the attention of national leaders. In 2014, he was appointed governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, a position he would hold longer than almost any predecessor. During his tenure, Emefiele steered the country through currency crisis, plummeting oil prices, and a rapidly changing global economy. He introduced policies aimed at boosting local industries and defending the naira against external shock. For many, he was a stabilizing force in turbulent times. For others, his strategies sparked controversy and debate. But as we'll soon discover, power and influence comes with a cost, and Emefiele's story was only just beginning. The turning point came suddenly and publicly. In the spring of 2023, whispers within Nigeria's corridors of power burst into the open. Newspapers splashed headlines about offshore accounts, mysterious property transactions, and a staggering sum, $18.44 billion. For many Nigerians, the sheer scale of the allegation was almost impossible to grasp. How could so much money move without detection? Who was involved? And what did it mean for the nation's already fragile trust in its institutions? According to publicly available court filings and investigative reports, the allegations centered on a complex network of financial transfers. Authorities claimed that billions had been funneled out of Nigeria, hidden behind layers of shell companies and fronted by proxies. Luxury real estate in prime global cities, corporate bank accounts in multiple jurisdictions, and international wire transfers all became parts of the sprawling story. But this wasn't just about numbers in a spreadsheet. At the heart of the allegations was a core question. Did Emefiele, as central bank governor, exploit his position to benefit personally or enable others to do so? Government investigators alleged that certain transactions were authorized without proper oversight, sidestepping established protocols. Properties in Lagos, Abuja, London, and Dubai were cited as assets acquired through suspicious means. It's important to note that, as of the documentary's production, These allegations remain just that, allegations. Emefiele and his legal team have consistently denied wrongdoing, calling the accusations politically motivated and lacking in evidence. The central bank itself has maintained a measured silence, releasing only carefully worded statements, urging patience while the legal process unfolds. Still, the public was riveted. Social media erupted with debate and speculation, while civil society groups demanded transparency. For ordinary Nigerians, it wasn't just about one man's fate, but about accountability at the highest level of power. The unfolding saga left the nation with more questions than answers, and a keen desire for the truth. As the allegations made headlines, the search for concrete evidence took center stage. Nigeria's anti-corruption agencies, including the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), launched sweeping investigations, combing through thousands of financial records. Investigators scrutinized bank transfers, company registrations, and property deeds in an attempt to trace the alleged $18.44 billion. Court documents became a focal point for journalists and the public. This document detailed transactions that appeared unusual: multi-million-dollar wire transfers to offshore accounts, property purchases registered under associate names, and banking records spanning several countries. Forensic auditors were brought in, and the pressure on the central bank increased as lawmakers demanded transparency and swift answers. Throughout the investigation, Emefiele's legal team pushed back forcefully. They argued that many transactions were part of routine central bank operations, not personal enrichment. They accused investigators of misinterpreting financial data and pursuing a politically motivated witch hunt. Legal motions were filed to block evidence from being admitted in court, citing concerns over due process and privacy. International agencies also began monitoring the case. Some reports suggested that global financial regulators were watching closely, given Nigeria's importance in African banking. Foreign governments sought assurances that illicit funds were not passing through their jurisdictions, raising the stakes even higher. Public hearings featured expert testimony from financial analysts, former CBN staff, and external auditors. Some witnesses described internal controls being bypassed. Others testified to the difficulty of tracing large sums across borders. Meanwhile, the central bank maintained an official stance of cooperation but released little detail, citing ongoing legal proceedings. To date, no verdict has been reached. The process is slow, with new twists emerging as both sides dig in. What is clear, however, is that the investigation has exposed deep divides over how money and power are managed in Nigeria, and has put the entire financial system under a microscope. The fallout from the allegations against Emefiele sent shockwaves through Nigeria's economy and society. In the financial world, market confidence was shaken. The naira faced renewed pressure. Investors grew wary, and international partners questioned the stability of Africa's largest economy. For everyday Nigerians, the scandal added another layer of uncertainty to already tough economic conditions: rising prices, limited job opportunities, and a sense that the rules were being bent by those in power. Politically, the case became a lightning rod for debate. Some saw it as a genuine effort to clean up the system. Others viewed it as a power struggle between rival factions. In Parliament, heated exchanges broke out over the central bank's autonomy and the government's commitment to transparency. Civil society organizations rallied for reforms, while others worried the drama was distracting from urgent national issues. On social media, the allegations fueled a storm of opinions, memes, and viral debates. Hashtag trended as people demanded accountability, not just from Emefiele, but from all public officials. For many, the case symbolized larger frustrations about corruption, about justice, and about the hope for real change. Above all, the scandal forced a national reckoning. Could Nigeria restore trust in its financial institutions? Or would this be just another chapter in a long saga of unanswered questions? With the legal battle still unfolding, the nation waits and wonders what will happen next. Court dates are set and postponed, new documents surface, and both sides continue to build their cases. Legal experts predict a lengthy process, with appeals and counterclaims likely to stretch for months, if not years. Beyond the courtroom, the story is far from over. Financial regulators are reviewing policies and strengthening oversight. Some voices in government are calling for deeper reforms to prevent similar controversies in the future. The central bank's leadership has promised to restore confidence and has started new transparency initiatives aimed at rebuilding public trust. Meanwhile, Nigerians watch closely, searching for signs of real accountability. For many, the outcome of this case is more than just a verdict on one individual. It's a test of the country's justice system and a signal of whether the powerful can truly be held to account. International observers, too, are monitoring the situation. Nigeria's reputation as a financial hub in Africa means the ripple effect of this case could impact relationships with investors, development partners, and neighboring countries. For now, the nation stands at a crossroad with the next chapter still unwritten. Everyone is waiting to see what truth and what consequences the future will reveal. The allegations against Godwin Emefiele have opened a new chapter in Nigeria's ongoing struggle with power, trust, and accountability. As evidence is weighed and the courts deliberate, one thing is certain: the outcome will impact not only Emefiele's legacy, but the nation's faith in its institutions. Whether these claims end in conviction, acquittal, or more questions, this case highlights what's truly at stake when billions are involved. If you found this documentary valuable, subscribe to Tide for more fact-based investigations, and don't forget to like and share this video to keep the conversation alive.